The Jedi Order consisted of countless Jedi Knights and Jedi Masters through thousands of years that served as peacekeepers for the galaxy. Founded more than 5,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, many Jedi achieved great things through these years and were able to continue this legacy through their Padawans. But what has always intrigued me, and I'm guessing you as well, is the question of who were the oldest Jedi Masters that went on to live the longest. Through the films and the series, we have gotten to know some Jedi Masters that have gone on to live for hundreds of years. So in order to find the oldest Jedi Masters that lived the longest, we will explore the magical place called Legends. We start off with a Jedi named Faye. She went on to live during the last centuries of the Galactic Republic until she eventually died at the hands of Asajj Ventress 22 years before the Battle of Yavin. She was a humanoid and a female Jedi Master that was believed to have an immense strong connection to the Force, so strong in fact that it allowed her to retain a youthful appearance even when she was a century old and beyond. Next, we have Jedi Master Yaddle. Made most famous by her appearance in Phantom Menace and the fact that she looks like Yoda's doppelganger. Other than that, she was born 509 years before the Battle of Yavin and died 26 years before the Battle of Yavin, making her 483 years old when she died on the planet of Mawan. If you have watched my video on her, you know that she was not one to be underestimated, as she was considered to be one of the most powerful Jedi in the High Council. In fact, some of her powers were banned from being taught to the Jedi younglings and the Knights because they were considered too dangerous to fall into the wrong hands. This might shock you, but Yoda didn't even make the top 2 Jedi that lived the longest, although he lived quite an extensive and adventurous life for a little fella who spent many years of his early life not even knowing that he was Force sensitive. Yoda went on to live for 9 centuries total. He of course died in the presence of Luke Skywalker in the planet of Dagobah. Now, the reason for this elongated lifespan is said to be his species, and the same goes for Yaddle, as she too comes from the same species as Yoda. Although what that species is and where do they come from is not known to this very day. We come to the second oldest Jedi Master the galaxy has seen. I have to tell you that this will be a bit controversial, but due to the amount of years this Jedi Master was alive, I had to include him on this list. Now, to get to him, I must first tell you about Shioto's master. Shioto was a human Jedi Master that was born around 4,800 years before the Battle of Yavin, and later on we learned that eventually he had a master. Shioto's master went on to live for many centuries, but the master of Shioto's master, whose identity is unknown, he in fact went on to live for thousands of years, exceeding both Shioto's master, who at one time was his Padawan, and Shioto himself. Last but not least, we arrive at the highest number of years that a Jedi has been recorded to have ever lived. His name was Ud-Nar. He was born before the Great Hyperspace War, which dates back 5,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, and believe it or not, he died 10 years after the Battle of Yavin, which means he went on to live for more than 5,000 years. Over time, he became one of the most respected and revered Jedi Masters to have ever lived. He specialized in the history of the Sith and preferred to avoid combat when possible. Eventually, he had such knowledge of the Jedi and Sith lore that he recorded a holocron which was passed down through the generations for centuries. Alright guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you agreed with this list, don't forget to leave a thumbs up down below and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't miss out on any of my future videos that I will post on this channel. Have a fun day, and in closing, don't forget, may the Force be with you always.